Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be working on an Eoraptor enclosure. This one's pretty small, like compared to the rest of the enclosures we've done in this park. This is the first actual, I guess, video I've done, on the park, I guess, or whatnot. I'll pull up a picture real quick of what the Eoraptor looks like. But yeah, no, this was quite fast to build. It is a little different though. I'll show you after. We did do a little bit something a little different with the cage this time. It's not just like a cage with a basic viewing area. You can kind of walk into the cage, and then the viewing area is like in the middle of the cage, kind of ish. I wanted to do something different for them, just simply because they're a small animal, but I think they're significant enough to get a special type of enclosure for them. Same thing we did with the Carnifex, or however you pronounce it. We have that building for them and whatnot. When I looked this up, they live in floodplains and warm environments. Typically we want to get the environment to the best standard or best we can for these animals. But this one I was kind of tired, I'm not gonna lie, of doing floodplains for the last 3 enclosures. So I decided to do a little pond with just some trees and shit, just kind of whatever I felt this time, which worked out fine for them. We just didn't do too much foliage this time, which I'll get into later. Just simply because I don't want them walking through the foliage where you can't even see them anymore, type of thing, because they're quite small. Honestly, I'm just excited to get to the Jurassic period for this park, because we'll have I think a more abundant amount of environments we're gonna be doing, and just other shit. Because not gonna lie, I love the Triassic, but there's a very minimal amount of creatures that I'm love in the Triassic, I guess. There's a lot, but not as much as Jurassic or Cretaceous. But I think this cage did turn out pretty decent. I gotta see what it looks like though, obviously, once we add the path leading to it and everything around it, because sometimes you gotta trust the process and you don't know what it looks like prior. But besides that, there's not too much more to talk about this cage. Also, one thing I was gonna ask, do you guys want POV type of videos where it's I'm actually talking through the video, not just a sped up time lapse, actual clips from building and stuff like that, and me and my friend talking whatnot? If you guys want that, just leave a comment down below. But and thank you guys for the last video that I posted, I think the park tour, because it got 40 something views and I was literally asking for 20. Really appreciate that. Anyways, I'm just gonna let the time lapse roll real quick, and then I'll get to showing the cage. Okay guys, the Eoraptor cage is done now. We do have it in the middle of kind of nowhere, but we're gonna have a path leading here and there and there. Just we put it right here to split up the 2 paths going 2 different directions. I really like what we did with this walk-in way kind of area, which leads to the inside building, viewing area, whatever you want to call it. And then we have some log fence back there, and then the regular fence wrapping around. I didn't want to add too much foliage in here, so you can see them clear, because they are quite small and they might get lost in the foliage. They have their shelter real quick. We typically like to use this here, just I don't know, to give it some sunlight coming in, whatever it feels more open for them. And then inside the building, most of the interiors look almost identical for everything. We don't really, I don't know, there's a few buildings that we have that interior is different, but not too much. And I fully did custom trees for this. Any of the cages in this park are all custom made. We typically don't use dynamic trees or anything, besides for the outer area. Like as you can see, you know, we use it there. But anyways, that's about it for the cage. I'll pull up a reference image for what we used, you know, to like build this cage off of, and I'll let the cinematics roll.